is in downtown San Diego.
Definitely.
So there's a handful of people that are on the streets in Encinitas. Yes?
Yes.
And, more or less, they all know each other, right? In town.
Objection
Right.
calls for speculation.
Well, just a minute, you can answer if you know. If you don't know, that's fine. So you can answer if you know.
Okay, say that
But
again.
more or less, they all know it. I mean, you all know each other in passing, right?
Yes.
I mean, you may not know their name, their real name, but you know who they are.
Yes.
You know who to stay away from, right?
There's no people homeless that I don't know. There's, yes.
I mean, it's part of survival on the streets.
Yeah.
Fair case, right? Okay, so.
Yeah.
At the same time, you said that you met Mr. Winslow probably about 6 months prior. Like this happened, right?
I really don't want to look at him, sir.
You said about 6
I
months.
don't appreciate it.
Appreciate what? What is it you don't appreciate?
That I have to look at my rapist.
Okay.
I think you should be further over.
Now, take a look at.
No, I don't
Your
want to
Honor,
look
I'm going to
at him.
object to the last
Just a
question.
moment, just a moment.
Objection, no question pending.
There is no question pending. Ask another question, Mr. Carlos.
Mr. Winslow over here, you've known him for more than 6 months.
I knew him as Kevin. I never knew his last name.
Kevin, you knew him for more than 6 months.
Okay, if you say so.
I'm asking you, did you know him for more than 6
I
months?
think it was about 6 months.
About 6 months. That's based on what?
Based on just trying to work out the math of how long when I got assaulted.
Okay, so where you would hang out by the bus stop is over, is it near a bike shop?
Is it near a bike shop? No.
Do you know where the bike shop is?
Downtown Encinitas?
Yes.
There's no bike shop downtown Encinitas.
Sure about that?
Bike shop?
As in bicycle shop.
Downtown Encinitas? There may be, but I'm not by the bicycle shop. I don't even know of one.
If your testimony that you've never seen Mr. Winslow or Kevin, as you call them, at the bike shop,
I've never seen him at the bike shop.
never seen him in his bike clothes,
I'm sure I did, but I never talked to him.
ever
I
seen
seen
him,
him riding by.
ever seen him on a bike?
I'm pretty sure I have,
You've seen him on a bike on a number of occasions.
but I didn't know him by the bike. At that time, I knew him by his car. I knew of him later because I saw him talking to people in bike gear, but he never talked to me in bike gear at that time.
So you knew him by his car, which was a
Hummer.
really nice Hummer, right? That's
Yes.
the way you said it, really nice.
Yeah, it was. It looked very expensive.
Okay. Very expensive. And this car that you're talking about is a fairly large car, I take it?
I thought it was large. It looked like a big car.
It's fair for me to say that the car does stand out, right?
Yes.
Because it's nice and shiny and
Mhm.
expensive looking.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And on more than one occasion, that Hummer, came at or near to where you were standing and you had
Mhm.
conversations with
Mhm.
Kevin inside the Hummer, right?
He was inside the Hummer. I was outside.
Right. In other words, this shiny, bright Hummer pulls up and he'll have a conversation with you. You're on the street and he's in the Hummer, correct?
Yes.
This isn't downtown Encinitas.
This is downtown Encinitas.
Right, and so there's other people, I mean, he made no efforts to try to conceal himself, right?
At that time, no.
I mean,
No.
You would agree with me that he didn't like slouch down in the Hummer and make sure people didn't see him?
I just thought he was a friend acquaintance.
Right, that's the point. The question to you is, did he make any attempt to conceal his identity at any time that he pulled up next to you?
Sir, I don't think so. Not at that moment in time.
And there were multiple occasions when he did contact you in his Hummer, that you were around your friends that are on the streets, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they knew him.
Okay.
None of them knew him.
Understood. But a guy in a super nice Hummer rolls up and you want to talk to the guy, right?
Because he seemed like a friend, not because of the Hummer.
I'm saying what other people are seeing. Following
Wow.
this? Was it fair for me to say that the people that are on the streets would see a very nice Hummer come up and you walk up and talk to the person in the Hummer? I mean, that's fair for me to say, isn't it?
Objection lacks foundation, false for speculation.
Overruled. Go ahead.
I didn't think much of it. I don't care if my friend is down the street with no food or no money. I don't care if they have tons of money. If they treat me respectfully, I talk to them.
Question to you, ma'am, is since he wasn't, you said that he wasn't trying to conceal his identity, correct? Is that a yes?
As far as I know, no. He knew some people down there, but I don't think he knew my friends.
But every time that he had made contact with you, he was in the bright, shiny Hummer, correct?
Yes.
Right? So when he made contact with you, there were times when you were with your friends from the streets. Isn't that
They
correct?
never came over to the car with me when I talked to them. They didn't know him.
Listen to the question.
Okay.
Objection,
When?
objection,
Mr. Monk, what's the objection?
no question pending.
Well, she answered the question. You can ask the next question. I think that's what he was going to do. Go ahead, Mr. Carlos.
The question is, you were with people when the Hummer would come up and you would leave those people and walk over to the Hummer.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Yes, because
Yes.
I knew him and we just talked acquaintance-wise.
Yeah.
All right, back with me are criminal defense attorneys Joe Hibachi and Daryl Cohen. Guys, did y'all catch that very powerful moment where Jane Doe number 2 tells Mark, the defense attorney, forgot his name, why Carlos? Yes, Mark Carlos. Why are you doing that? And he said, why? She said it's really inappropriate. He said, what is? Why are you trying to make me look at my rapist? He was standing near Kellen Winslow, and she didn't want to look at him, and that was a moment for the jury to say she is sending us a message right now. She is helping the state help her.
Right.
And so it was a powerful moment, but I do want to switch over to what you guys think about Mark Carlos's style. I know he's doing his job. I don't like him as a defense attorney right now. I just don't like his style of questioning. Joe, what do you think about what he's doing right now? And
Two
how he's
things.
performing?
In regards to her telling him to move away, honestly, I think that when this jury is deliberating, could be
They're gonna remember
days
that.
from now,
Yeah.
they may forget so many things, but they are going to remember that.
Yeah.
And so it was a monumental moment in the trial. Style-wise, I think, to me, it's either all or nothing. He needs to either be very aggressive with this witness and come at her with only leading questions, and lay the framework for whatever it is his defense is ultimately going to be, or just say no questions for her.
Yeah.
Because she's a difficult witness. She's doing a great job.
She is.
So from a defense perspective, to stand there and ask her some direct questions, I don't think is exactly the best approach.
Daryl?
I think he either needed, I agree with Joe, either an attack dog or no questions. But if he is asking her leading questions, he needs to do it in a gentle way. You never, and I underline and emphasize the word never, ever make a woman who's telling the truth and obviously telling the truth look bad. You don't do it. You try to look for small inconsistencies rather than trying to make her into what she's not. She's a great witness.
She is.
A wonderful victim.
She is really good. She's definitely making him work. You guys are going to stay with me. We're going to watch more of her cross-examination. But we want to know what you think about Jane Doe number 2. Did her testimony help the prosecution's case? Head to Facebook or Twitter and vote in our poll. You are the 13th juror. We want to hear from you. This is Court TV Live. Welcome back. On Wednesday, Jane Doe number 2 took the stand in the rape trial of NFL star Kellen Winslow II. She told the jury she met Winslow several times. We're heading back into the courtroom where Winslow's defense attorney is questioning Jane Doe number 2 about the nature of her relationship with his client.
So likewise, this is just a yes or no answer, really. Likewise, you were with people and walked away from the people to the Hummer to make
Yes.
contact. Right?
Yes.
And this was on more than one occasion.
Yes, yeah, multiple, 5, 7, times, yeah.
Maybe up to 10 times in a 6-month period.
I don't know how many times. He seemed like a friendly acquaintance.
Do you remember telling a police officer that it was like maybe 10 times?
I could have. I could have. I really, it's been so long, the time span, I don't know. I know it was, at least 5 to 7 times.
So besides the bus stop area, you said you hang out at the CRC.
I didn't hang out at CRC at that time. I just got food from them.
Okay. You had to go into the food bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
But there were people there from the streets that you also gave food, I take it.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, other people getting food on the streets.
Well, people that you knew.
Yes. Not all of them did.
But I mean, there were people that you knew going to the food bank to get food.
Yes.
Right. So you testified on direct that you had this sort of contact with this man Kevin over this, could be up to a year-long period.
It wasn't a year, and it was acquaintance.
Acquaintance, right? And you said that he was being nice to you.
Yes, he was a very nice person, I thought.
Gave you money occasionally.
Never gave me money.
And bought you food.
Never bought me food.
Just was being nice. He just talked to you.
Yes.
He just asked you whether you needed food.
Yes.
He just asked you whether you needed money.
Yes.
And it's also your testimony that you, just yourself, had never talked to him about money for sex. I'm just asking about you.
With the police officers?
I'm asking you right now.
Okay, say that again.
Okay, is it your testimony that you never had a conversation with Kevin about sex for money?
For a long time, no. No, I didn't, because I was afraid. I was afraid to tell him in between that he did offer sex for money. No, I didn't tell him. But then I told him later.
But you were afraid to tell the police that there was a
Yes,
conversation?
because I
Excuse
would.
me, should I just ask the question?
Wait till he finishes the question.
Okay.
Wait till he's completely finished with the question.
Okay.
You
All
were-
right, go ahead.
You were afraid to tell the police that you had this conversation with Kevin about sex for money. Let me finish.
Okay.
That was after you initially spoke to them and before the preliminary hearing examination. Isn't that true?
I don't know if it's, I think I told him way before then. One reason is I did forget, and it was 4 months after that, and we kept an acquaintance. I didn't talk to him for a long time. And then we kept the acquaintance, and I felt safe, and I didn't think anything of it.
Let me ask you this.
know.
So you remember coming in on the preliminary hearing examination was scheduled for July 11th, 2008.
Kids, you're talking about, what do you mean by
Your testimony, the first
Oh,
time.
my testimony,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Do you remember being in a courtroom that looked just like this, but it was Judge
It's on
Elias
the other side.
down the
yeah.
hallway?
Yeah,
Do you remember that day?
yes.
Okay, when he's talking about the preliminary hearing,
Mhm.
that's the hearing he's talking about. It was a different judge. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
that's before he was, is that before he was there? Did we have, or was it when?
Do you remember testifying in a courtroom that looked just like this?
Yes.
But it was down the hallway
Yes.
in front of Judge
Yeah,
Elias?
just say courtroom, I don't, yeah.
Okay, so that's what he's talking about when he's talking about the preliminary hearing.
Okay,
All right, go ahead, Mr. Carlos.
okay.
Okay, so before that preliminary hearing, we've been on, so that was on the 11th of July, but that's when it was scheduled for. On July 10th, you met with Mr. Owens, a victim's advocate, Megan Queen, and then a couple other workers from the district attorney's office. Do you recall that?
Who was, where did, oh, here
This
for
guy.
the prelim.
See this guy right here?
Yes.
You met with him, right?
Yes, I did before the court
And
case.
so
And for
record's
the
there.
record, Mr. Carlos is referring to Deputy Attorney Dan Owens.
Okay, yeah, I don't know him by Owens.
Okay,
I just know him by Dan.
all right. Dan. So you met with Dan. Dan was
Yes.
nice. Dan's very nice to you, I take it. Yes?
He's a very nice man,
Okay.
yes.
In fact, everybody from the DA's office has been very nice to you, correct?
As far as I know, as far as I have no qualms, sir.
Right. I mean, everybody's been nice to you from both the police and the district attorney's office, right?
Yes.